Thinking about that actually brings tears to my eyes. I would get teased about my nose of how flat it was. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing good, and I also hope you're having a good and a chill weekend. If this is your first time on this channel, you're welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Janet, and please hit the subscribe button below for you to be able to see more content like this. And also don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I upload a new video. Honestly, my week has been really long. It's been a long week for me, and I was honestly looking forward to the weekend so I can rest on Saturday, so I can sleep in, which I did, and I woke up feeling really refreshed and ready to take on my day. And I decided to film this video first before I do any other thing, because I always use the natural lights to film, and whenever it starts to get dark, I just cannot do anything. Today I wanted to chat about body image and also insecurities. I know that as ladies, one of the most common insecurities that we face is about our bodies, how we look and also how we feel. There are so many unrealistic standards of beauty in the society, and when girls start to feel like they do not fit into that standard of beauty, they start to doubt themselves and start wishing that they could change one or two things on their body. And typically that is when self-esteem issues also start to creep in, and you just don't believe that you are beautiful enough just the way that you are created. I know that there are ladies that have been teased, they've been bullied really from a really young age about how they look. It can be about their skin tone. I know that dark skinned girls have really been teased, they've been bullied about how they look and considered not beautiful enough by society standard. And there are girls also that have been bullied about their weight. Skinny girls have been bullied for being skinny, and chubby girls are being teased and also bullied for being chubby. And there are also girls that have been teased about the way they look, like the shape of their face, or I don't know, their legs. And when that happens, we start to have self-esteem issues that is being carried from childhood right into adulthood. Some ladies are able to overcome body insecurities and truly accept themselves for who they are and for how God has created them. But there are also ladies that are unable to truly accept themselves, and they move on to make body modifications or changes just to feel beautiful, and also just to feel better about themselves. When I was younger, I hated my nose. I didn't like the shape of my face. I didn't like the shape of my head. I thought it was too big. I didn't like my hands. I was teased. I was teased constantly about how big they were, or how, I don't know if you see my fingers, how long they were. And this started when I was in secondary school, and I went to a boarding school. So I did my JS1 and my JS2 in a boarding school, and that was where this started. I was being teased about some part of my body, which made me feel really uncomfortable, and that really had a big impact on my life. So talking about my nose, like, I was teased about it a lot. And about my nose didn't start just in secondary school. Even before secondary school, I would hear people say, your nose is too flat, like you don't have a pointed nose, or you don't have that small button kind of nose. And I would get really insecure about that. Oh, thinking about that actually brings tears to my eyes. I would get teased about my nose of how flat it was. And I remember like I would sit down and I'll start asking God, like, God, why did you create my nose like this? Like, why didn't you make it a little bit pointier or a little bit slimmer? It's too wide and it's flat. I didn't like it. And I remembered vividly, like I would hold my nose like this. Sometimes when I want to go to bed, like before I sleep, I will hold my nose like this and then like and try to, I don't know, try to mold it. I don't know what I was thinking, but in my mind, like I was molding it to be a little bit like pointier, and I wish like I had like a narrower bridge of nose. Like, whew, seriously, it was a big thing for me. I was so insecure about it. Even when I finished my secondary school, I was still really insecure about my nose. And I used to say, like, if I had the opportunity, I would go for a surgery to fix my nose. Fix my nose. Like, there was really nothing wrong with my nose. Like, it's functioned properly, like even better than some people that say they have pointed nose. So it messed with me big time. And then I got to a point where I was just like, this nose that I've been teased I've been teased about like for a really long time. There's nothing wrong with it. It's beautiful. It fits the shape of my face. It fits my body. It fits like if I even had a pointed nose, I don't know how I would have looked like, to be honest. And my nose is functioning really good. There are people that they're in the hospital. They have the perfect kind of nose, but it's not functioning the way that it should be. They are using machines or needing support for them to breathe in properly. So I just got to the point where I accepted myself, and whenever people say like, see your flat nose, I'll be like, but it's working fine. Well, it's working fine. So like I just shook that off me, and I was just like, I can't believe I spent years like just being sad and being depressed that I had a flat nose. Another insecurity of mine that I was teased about was my hands. And when I was younger, they were relatively bigger because I was really small when I was in junior high school. I was pretty small, and that for that stature of mine, my hands were considered too big. I don't know, and people would be like, why your hands look so big? Like they look like a guy's hand, like a man's hand. And I would be so insecure about that because people are saying my hands look like a man's hand. That means it's not beautiful for a lady. So I would always hold my hands like this, and whenever I sit, I'm like this. I sit like this, or I just do like this, and I had my hands. I was always hiding my hands until when I started going on social media. I think this was after my high school and I went into university. Then I started seeing girls, like I started seeing all these models, and they had really long hands, long legs, and really nice slender neck. And I was like, that looks beautiful, and mine looked just like that. So why were people really teasing me about how my hands look? And I remember when I started working, my colleagues would be like, oh, Jenna, you have really beautiful hands. They are long and they are slender and they are so, so beautiful. And then whenever they say that, I just reflect back to my childhood of how I was killing myself, literally killing myself, thinking that these hands are too big and God should have created them a little bit smaller so I can fit into what is considered beautiful at that time. And also I didn't like the shape of my face. I didn't like the shape of my head. I thought it was too big. And I never thought it was too big until someone mentioned to me that your head is big. Like, see your big head. And see her face. Like, see her face. See your big head. And then I'll go to the mirror and be like, is my head really that big? Like my face, it's true. My face is like, it's not nice and round and nice and oval, you know. Sorry, I'm looking there because my mirror is there. Like, it's not nice and round and, you know, oval like all these pretty girls. My face is like square, or it's like, what was the other shape I should say my face looked like? Like, it was like shaped like a square, and it had so many, I don't know. See, there is nothing wrong with my face. Like, it's so beautiful. Like, I wouldn't change my face for anything. I'm so grateful that I came with this face that I have, this nose that I have. I'm so grateful that I came with this head that I have, because girl, there are so many things in this head that even those that have the perfectly shaped head do not have. Mm-hmm. Okay, so God, guys, I'm a bit emotional talking about this. Not because I feel sad or something, just because I kind of remembered those nights that I would ask God, why? And then now I'm like, thank you so much. Thank you so much for all these things that I have. Thank you for my physique. Thank you for my body. It's working fine. My head is fine. My face is fine. My hands are so beautiful. They are doing so many. These hands are functioning properly. There are people that do not have hands. I'm appreciative of the fact that I have one, and it's beautiful. So that makes me emotional when I think about how I hated almost everything on my body, compared to now that you cannot tell me anything about how I look or how I should feel about my body. So that's why I'm emotional, not like I'm sad or anything. The truth of the matter is, no matter how you look, people will always have something to say about your body, and they'll always have opinions about you. I know of someone that when we were younger, she was constantly taunted and called leper, like it was in a derogatory kind of way. And fast forward to now that we are older, and she has started to add a bit of weight on her, the same people are looking at her like saying, madam, what are you eating like this? You have to be, you are getting fat, or you are getting fat. Please check your weight, check your weight. And I'm like, are these not the same people that were calling you skinny and you were too thin when we were younger? Now that you are a little bit chubbier, they have something to say. So just learn to embrace yourself, learn to love yourself, learn to accept all of you, and love yourself to the point that self-love starts to radiate from within. And always keep in mind that God created you, and when he created you, he created all this part of your body. He looked at you and he said you are perfect and you are beautiful. So never really look at yourself and feel like you're not beautiful and you feel less than, and then self-esteem issues starts to creep in. That was just all I wanted to say. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. I wanted to also share some things with you, and I hope that you like this video. If you did, please like, and also leave your comments down below on what are your thoughts about this, and also please share this video with your friends. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please, guys, subscribe. I see that most of my viewers are not subscribed. Please subscribe to this channel so that you'll be able to get more content like this, and also hit the notification bell so that you will get notified whenever I upload a new video. So thank you so much, guys, for your time. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next one.